Hi,
Hi.
Stephanie.
How are
Oh
you?
my goodness. Okay. See, it's 1 o'clock. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to another episode of Bloom. She is going to show ready for cyberspace. I've known Stephanie for a very long time. When I was
Yeah,
in the military, yeah, stationed on active duty, Stephanie was my hairstylist. And now she owns her own salon and she is just a positive force in Dover, Delaware, pretty much all over because you've just always been such an amazing, positive person, even on social media. So I know that everyone is going to be so happy to connect with you and to learn more about you and your amazing tips. So thank you again, Stephanie, for being here. I'm so happy to see you.
I know. I know. It's such a blessing to be able to do this. And yes, we have known each other very long. And I feel the same way about you. You've always just been so sweet and such a positive, energy to you all ever since I've known you. So this is definitely a pleasure and an honor to even be able to do this. So I'm very excited.
Oh, you're so amazing. Okay, I want to ask you though, because I know you've been in cosmetology for a very long time. What like wanted made you want to get into this field? Like, what was your like? Where did that passion ignite for you?
Well, I actually feel like it was chosen for me. Like, I feel like this is just like my God given gift. I don't think I chose it for myself at all. I just feel like
Hmm.
God chose it for me. And it just comes so natural to me. Like, ever since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to play in everyone's hair. And
Mm.
like, I was that kid who, if my mom had someone babysit us, like, I'd be like, "Can I play in your hair?" Like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
have been doing it my whole life. Like, so yeah, it's just natural. Like it just comes so natural to me and it brings me so much joy to even do it. It doesn't feel like work ever. So I just get
Yeah.
excited to be able to do hair, makeup, and style people.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I totally agree. One thing I always think about with you is I could always, all of my friends, first of all, we always went to Stephanie. Like
Yeah,
everyone knew that Stephanie was the person to see
yeah.
in Delaware, Dover, Delaware. So we all went to you. We all synced up our schedules, to make sure we can get on your calendar.
Yeah.
And you were the type of, stylist where we can sit in your chair and not have to like worry about what was going to happen. Like we were just like, Stephanie's going to do her thing and she's going to hook our hair up no matter what it's for, like a date night or whatever. So
Mhm.
I've always been very grateful and appreciative of that. So I am going to let you get into it because I know some amazing people want to see your makeup technique so you can get us fly. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the screen and let you do your thing. Thanks.
Awesome. So, as you guys know, my name's Stephanie. I've been doing this for about 16 years professionally. I specialize in healthy hair care, makeup, and I recently just started my own boutique. So, some of my favorite things are God, and just doing things with my church and fellowshipping with my fellow church members. My family is like super important to me. So just making the time to spend with them and quality time with them is like super important to me. And then fashion and the beauty industry, of course. Those are my favorite things. So one of the main key things I feel like we need to do when we're talking about our makeup for Zoom is, first of all, keep it relatively simple and easy and classy, of course. You don't want it to be like a whole lot of work because, I mean, let's be honest, we're home. So, like, who wants to do like, something super complicated just to be at home? You want something that's going to be kind of easy, kind of quick, not too crazy. Um, you want something that isn't going to be too much color because, camera makeup, you're not going to see a whole lot of detail anyway. So, why do something with a lot of color and make it like super complicated? So you don't need to do too much of that. And I feel like the main goal you're going to want to try to achieve is to make yourself appear brightened, awake, vibrant, and attentive. So you just want to make yourself look more alert, like more like you didn't just wake up, but look like you've been awake, like you're very attentive and, ready to be engaged with whatever meeting or, work engagement that you're getting ready to, be involved in. So I just put together a few of the cues that people would probably need to look their best on Zoom. So first, I would say foundation. So foundation is going to be, um, used to kind of make your skin look more even on camera. It brightens your skin and just evens out the tone. You're also going to need a little concealer because the concealer is going to get rid of any pigmentation that you might have, get rid of like any under eye darkness that you might have, and just clean up a little bit more where those imperfections might be that the foundation may not have fully covered. Also, you might need a little setting powder on top of the foundation and concealer, and that's going to help just mattify everything, set things in place, and also take away any like shininess that might reflect from your camera or any lighting that you may use. I also said a little eyebrow pencil. That's just to help define your eyebrows a little bit. And I feel like eyebrows definitely help frame our faces out with any makeup look that you're doing. So it creates kind of like a nice picture frame to your picture. A little bit of mascara. I feel like lashes, defining your eyelashes are going to help you make your eyes look more open. So our goal with Zoom is to look more awake, more alert. And I feel like eyelashes help us achieve that. So you don't have to do false eyelashes for Zoom, but definitely a little mascara will help achieve that look. I said blush was a good one because I feel like sometimes when we wake up in the morning, we look a little pale, a little, just washed out. So blush definitely brings in that natural color that we want to our face. Like just put a little bit on and that brings in that color that just makes us look, a natural, lively look to our face so we don't look so pale. And then lastly, I have like gloss or lipstick. Something that just gives our lips a nice color that's flattering to our skin tone. So those are the key tools or products that I would say are good for Zoom. So I'm going to show you guys how to do those things and like what order I do them in.
Awesome.
So first, I like to start with eyebrows. So if you have a pencil, I feel like pencils are the easiest way to do brows. So we're just going to fill in our brows a little bit. So you can just start by kind of brushing them into place in the natural way that the hairs kind of flow. And then we're just gonna, do some soft strokes, hair-like strokes, and fill them in a little bit. And while I'm doing this, if anybody has questions, feel free to ask.
So Stephanie, I struggle with my brows too. I'll go ahead and jump in while everyone else is thinking about questions. So do you normally do like the outside, like out shape your brow first and then fill it in? Like what's the best way?
Um, I kind of go underneath. I kind of create a line
Mm.
on the bottom, not as much on the top.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of create a little line underneath um, of where I want them to be defined.
Okay.
And then I fill in the spaces in between.
Okay. That
And,
makes
and then even if you want your arch, your top of your arch to be a little more defined, you can do that a little bit, but I kind of start in the middle right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then just define that part of the top. I don't really do a lot on this, the inner corner area, because that kind of starts to make it look not really natural.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? So I kind of like
So
this
the main
area,
thing is defining the bottom. Okay.
right in the bottom, and then maybe just a little on the top of the arch right there. But
Kim
that
says
part,
she definitely needs Kim says she definitely has to work on her brow. She has no idea what to do. Stephanie's gonna get us right, Kim. Jay said her brows never look natural. Okay, so that was a great tip that Stephanie just gave us. I have the same issue.
yeah. So
Oh, Tracy, I just want to give you this next one. Tracy said, "What do you do to keep Angry Bird look?"
you said not the Angry Bird Sharpie brow.
Yeah.
Okay, so another key thing with brows is don't draw them in and then not brush them afterwards. So you got to brush away some of that product after you fill them in, because that also keeps it looking like hair and not like pencil.
Okay,
So
that makes sense.
after you filled them in, then you're gonna take a little spoolie brush like this. Like that's why it's awesome to get like a product that has the little brush on the end as well. A lot of eyebrow products come this way. So when it has that, you can just flip it over and then use that to brush the product into your brow. So it has a natural hair-like look.
Okay, I'm liking it.
Yep.
Debbie says she has, like Newton, says she has a hard time applying false lashes. She uses too much glue. I think Stephanie, are you doing lashes today too?
So
Or do you?
I can, but I was gonna not really put on lashes for this just because I feel like for Zoom you don't really need false eyelashes. But
No, I get it.
um, if you want me to do a lash one day, I totally can.
Okay, you hear that? Stephanie said she'll come back and do a lash tutorial for us. I think we're all feeling that.
So
It's okay. Deep Black Newton said she jumped ahead to lash and she got too excited. Jay said, "What product are you using? Do you know the name of that pencil?"
yes, this is LA Girl brow pencil. And it's really, really, really inexpensive. Like this is one of my favorite products for like really cheap. You could get it right from Ulta Beauty. Yeah, and then so you just brush it away a little bit. And that just kind of like blends it in with your lashes. I mean, sorry, your brows,
Mm-hmm.
and makes it look natural.
So what
So
color do you prefer? Do you normally do like a dark brown or black, or
I
does it
always
matter what your
a dark
complexion?
brown. A dark brown.
Okay.
Black just looks way too fake and harsh. Um, but yeah, dark brown typically.
There you go, Jay. Dark brown.
Yeah. So the next step I usually do, so for a full face, when I'm not doing, like if I'm doing it, my makeup to go out, not necessarily for Zoom, I would do like, I would define my brows or clean up around my brows with concealer. You don't really have to do that, I feel like, for Zoom. Again, this is an at-home look, so you kind of want to keep it easy, not too time consuming. Um, so I would, from here, I would jump to foundation. And for foundation today, I'm going to use a MAC product. It's called Match Master. So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand. And then I just put it all over different spots on my face.
I always struggle with that too. See, I never know whether to do concealer first or foundation. I am definitely going to try it your way.
I always do foundation first.
Okay.
Yeah. You get better coverage that way.
Okay. I saw a comment. One thing about Stephanie.
I just
That
lost you.
comment was
What did you say?
no. I think I saw a comment from Chalita Savvy. One thing about Stephanie is she does not stick to brand.
What did she say? I'm sorry, I lost you again.
Can you hear me? So she said one thing about Stephanie is she does not stick to any that is super
Oh,
important for us newbies.
yes, I don't. No, I don't. I'm not loyal to one brand because everybody, I mean, every brand has good products. I'm a person who I like to learn about new things. So if you're
Yeah.
always sticking to one, you never even know what else is good out there. So I use a sponge to put on my foundation. I just feel like it gives you the best coverage, better, so even more so than a brush. So you're kind of just patting it in and letting it like soak into your skin.
How do people that are at home good should they be matching to their
Oh,
neck, to a certain portion of their face or hand? What would you suggest for that?
I would definitely recommend matching it to your neck. Um,
Oh, okay,
my,
okay.
yes, matching it close to your neck, but then also sometimes our complexion changes different times of the year and stuff. So your concealer and your powder matters a lot too, because sometimes, you know, you can use your concealer and your powder to adjust where your foundation is a little, maybe like if it's winter time, your summer you might be a little lighter. So you could use
Okay.
bronzer. You can use bronzer and your powder to kind of warm up areas where your foundation may be like a little too light. or something.
Okay. Kim said she was doing the same thing. She was doing concealer first. Okay. I was doing the same thing, Kim. I'm going to switch it up tomorrow. Jay asked, is there anything that you would recommend to prep the face before foundation?
If you, as long as you washed, toned, and moisturized your face, you should be good. I don't think that I don't think that primer is necessary for Zoom. If you're going to use it for like an all day kind of wear, or like if you're really, really doing your makeup like a full glam look, then sometimes, primer may be necessary, but I don't even use primer every day anymore, especially now that we have to wear masks everywhere. Like I don't even like bother with primer too much. So I pretty much just use just moisturizer before I before I put my makeup on. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely moisturizer for sure.
And D Black Newton asked, what are your favorite products? Do you have any like front runners for foundation? I think you were just using MAC, is that correct?
This was MAC, but this one is kind of like a medium coverage foundation I use. I wouldn't say it's necessarily my favorite. I don't know if I have a favorite foundation. I like a lot. Like I like a lot of foundations. Let me see. One of my favorite products. One thing I can say, I still feel like I feel like MAC has my favorite lipsticks. They just have like a broad like collection of colors and stuff. So I feel like I think I still have an obsession with MAC lipsticks, but other than that, I feel like I just like all makeup. I don't think I have like one go-to, loyalty to any one thing or any one brand. So once it's like your foundation is kind of in there real good, I would just spot your face with concealer. So you're just going to put it in spots where it needs it. You know what I mean? I think for Zoom, you need to focus on your under eye area because, most of us have like at least a little bit of darkness there. And I feel like what that does is it makes us look tired. It makes us look sleepy. So you don't want to look like that when you're supposed to be. So we're gonna do,
even though sometimes we're just waking up right before our meeting starts.
Exactly.
But we don't want anyone to know that.
Yeah, you want to fake it. You want to fake it, like you've been up the whole time. Even if you're super tired, you want to look like you're engaged. So we're gonna do like under eye concealer. So we're just gonna focus it like on the inner corners.
Kim asked the question, when you put on makeup, how do you keep the oil down?
So if you have a problem with oily skin, I would probably recommend either using a primer first, or either using a primer and the powder, which I will show you after this step. The powder is going to be a big thing for shine. So yeah, and I'll put a little bit here, right above the brow area. Now, if I was doing my whole face, like this wasn't for Zoom, I'd be doing a lot more concealer than this. And like all the little spots where I feel like it's not perfect. But for Zoom, again, like you're not seeing that much detail in each other's faces. So you don't have to go that far. but mainly I would focus in this area, because we're not trying to take all day, doing our makeup for this. So yeah, just go in that area. And then you can just use the same tool you use to like put in your foundation and just like press that on in.
I believe somebody just asked, do you prefer to use do you prefer to use a brush or a sponge, or do you use a combination of the both?
For my liquid stuff, like my foundation and concealer, I like to use a sponge. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, like it took me a little while to get used to it. I used to be a brush person, but once I started getting used to using a sponge, I understand why it's better to use a sponge. It keeps the product where you put it. And especially if you're a person who needs or desires more coverage, it really just keeps the pigment of the product that you're using. And it really covers where covers your skin where you put it. So when you use a brush, it wipes it more. So you're losing more of the, coverage. So, and I feel like you can use a lot less product when you're doing it with a sponge. You don't need a whole lot. You just put it on and then you just press it in, and it just really becomes your skin.
Okay. I will definitely be buying a sponge.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go on a date night. Where's my husband at?
I know, right?
Use some of Stephanie's tips.
Oh my gosh, girl, you always look gorgeous on every single picture. I'm like, oh my God.
Boy. Up like this.
Yep. So you see how that kind of just really like livened up this area?
Yes, I definitely see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sean just dropped in a question. He said most people use a zoom filter to enhance their look.
Mm-hmm.
Enhance what you're doing? A hot mess.
I mean, I guess it's to the person's preference. Like, when it comes to filters, like, I feel like some of them are, cool, but I don't feel like it's good to overuse the filters. Then you don't really even show your authentic self. So, I mean, we all like a good filter every now and then, I don't knock it, but so yeah, the next step I feel like, so I definitely want to show you guys setting powder. So if you have a little more darkness under your eyes and you feel like you need a little more to set in where you just put that concealer, you're going to put like a little lighter setting powder underneath of your eyes. So I usually like to use like a banana powder. If you guys ever heard of that, that's good for the under eye area. That just keeps that area a little more bright. So I like to put a little of that there to set the concealer in place and to help get rid of a little bit of shine.
And that's called a banana powder? Okay, I've never heard that. Okay.
Yeah, banana powder. So it's just a setting powder with like a yellow a yellow, tone to it. So you're just gonna put a little bit of that there, and this is just gonna go on before we do the powder that is like our skin color.
Okay.
And that'll blend everything in. So we're just gonna put a little bit of that there first, just to set that under eye powder in.
Okay. And so my mother-in-law just dropped in too. She has a question. She said, do you like magnetic lashes?
I have never used magnetic lashes before. I use the traditional strip lashes where, you just put them on with glue. I have a couple of clients who have tried magnetic lashes and they like them. But me personally, I haven't worn them before, so I don't know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So next, after we put that powder on, we're going to take the powder that is our skin color that matches kind of like around the same tone as maybe the foundation was. And we're gonna put that on the whole face. That helps mattify and keep the shine down when we're, on camera. So, and you can go ahead and brush out, where we just put that light powder as well, so it kind of blends everything.
Hi, Keisha. Keisha just dropped in. She said she loves magnetics.
Nice.
I have to try those out too.
Yeah.
Ask a question. Sure, can be a little lighter than your foundation.
What did she say?
Jay asked, would you recommend that your concealer be a little lighter than your foundation?
Yes, if you're doing under eye, if you're especially if your focus is under eye and brightening the under eye area, yes, maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter than your foundation, and that's going to be up to your preference, like how light, how contoured, or how bright do you want to look. So it's a lot of things with makeup, and that's a wonderful thing too about the thing I love about this area or this profession. And I learned it more as I've gotten older and more seasoned in this profession, is that there's no one rule to anything. It's a lot is just about how you like to look. So just because one person does their makeup a certain way doesn't necessarily mean, oh, I gotta do it like that. Like, no, like it's how do you like to look? How do you feel the most beautiful? And if that's how you like to look, then do it, do it that way. So I personally, I like to wear my concealer about 2 shades lighter. And that's how, I like to do my makeup, but it's really a matter of preference.
I love it. I'm so happy to see like all the different names coming up because it seems like we're having a Dover reunion. We got Tracy in here too, Shannon, of course, Jay, Kim. Oh my goodness. Look at all these beauties. It's so nice. Oh, Jay started wearing individual lashes because you suck at strips. Yeah, definitely finished with a powder. Looks like that look is definitely looking good.
So just make it, just get it all blended together. And I can definitely do this. Like I'm kind of really taking my time because you guys are watching, but
yeah,
I usually would just like hurry up and, throw this on real quick. But yeah, so make sure that's all set in real good.
Definitely share a pic, Jay. Definitely share a pic.
Yeah, so after that, I would probably go with a little bit of blush just to bring some natural color into the face, because now it looks like all kind of just one tone, and, just bring some life back to the face a little bit. So I love like a soft, light, kind of pinky blush. I'm just gonna put a little bit.
So this look that you're doing now.
I just lost your audio a little bit. I didn't hear you.
Oh,
Oh, I hear you
you're having
now.
a okay, there we go. No, I said,
Yeah,
so this look that you're doing now, would you consider this more of like a daytime look or
definitely daytime. Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just very soft and natural. But you see how blush kind of just brings your, like, brings some color in that just looks just more lively.
Mhm. Okay, so that looks like something else we'll need to do is do a little smile so our cheekbones can stick
Yeah,
out. I
so
see you
you can
doing that,
see.
Stephanie.
Yeah, so you can see
And
like,
I'm sure that helps to like, set your day on the right foot,
yeah.
Always start with a smile.
Yeah, I just feel like blush kind of brings in just the youthful kind of glow. And I feel like too, um, I love highlighter as a cosmetic. But
Mm.
I don't feel like for Zoom highlighter is gonna be the most flattering thing. You know, I like it in person. So blush kind of gives you some color and some glow without having to have that highlighter, because highlighter is going to be a little more reflective, and make you look kind of shiny. So if you're trying to get away from that, I probably would maybe not
Mm.
use highlighter just for Zoom. And then, yeah. So,
And it's a really good foundation complexion from winter to summer.
what did you
Do you
say?
use a different Keisha just asked a great question. She said, how do you match your foundation from winter to summer? Do you use two different foundations or what would you recommend?
So, yeah, sometimes I do have to go a little darker in the summertime. And honestly, it's especially now, like with COVID and everything, it's really difficult to like match yourself in the store anymore. It's they're not really letting us do that. Like they're like, not letting you try
Mm.
things on anymore and stuff like that. So what I would do is um I usually will, I would say, whatever you kind of think, if you can eyeball your complexion, especially like maybe if you're ordering cosmetics online, if you can eyeball it a little bit, I would, if you're torn between two complexions or two colors, I would
Mm.
probably kind of lean on the darker side than the lighter, and use your concealer to make the adjustments where it's needed. So if that helps a little bit. Like, so if you're like, okay, I don't know if I'm between these two, I'm kind of torn. I would probably go with the darker one and then use your concealer to lighten it where it needs it. Because concealer can help you adjust your foundation to being just right. It's just really hard nowadays to like get a perfect complexion if you haven't used the product before, because a lot of places won't let you try it on because of COVID. So,
Yeah.
mhm. But once you get like used to a product, then okay, this is my perfect shade. And then even if you buy the product one time and it's not like your perfect shade, a lot of companies will still let you return it and adjust your shade. Or you can just wait till next time, be like, okay, like I like this shade, but maybe I should have gotten it just like a shade lighter. Then you can, go from there and make adjustments. I actually did that recently. I had bought, they had like Juvia's Place foundations on sale at Ulta. I bought one and I was like eyeballing it and I was like, oh, I think this is mine. I got it and it was like kind of dark on me. Like it was pretty, but I
Mm.
was like, oh, I think this would be okay for me like in the summer, and I take my kids to the pool a lot in the summer and I get like super dark. I love it though. And I was like, oh, this is going to be my summertime complexion. But I made it work, though. I just put like more concealer on top of it in certain spots. And it kind of, you know.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Instead
Yeah.
of wasting the money.
Exactly. I didn't take it back. I just kept it. And I was just like, oh, or like certain times when you want to look a little more snatched, you know, you look more contoured, or date night, like nighttime looks, you know, it's okay to go like a little dark on your foundation and then like use your concealer to brighten it up in certain areas. It'll still look good.
So Debbie just dropped in. She says she has another question. She says she tends to sweat a lot. Younger ladies
Mhm.
wouldn't understand. Stop it. So
Mhm.
she says she uses a sealing mist. Do you recommend anything else to keep the makeup on her face?
You said she uses what to apply her makeup?
She uses a sealing mist when she's done applying her makeup, but because she sweats a lot, sometimes she still, her makeup comes off her face a lot. So do you have anything that you would recommend to kind of keep it on
Is
her
it a
face?
mattifying mist, or is it?
Debbie, is it a mattifying mist? Let us know in the comments and then we can definitely get you a solution.
I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so the next one I was going to say is your mascara. So yes, you can put on false lashes too. I feel like I wouldn't want to put on false lashes to be at home, you know? So I'm kind of, taking that into consideration with you guys and what you might feel like doing just to be at home on a Zoom meeting. So I would say like mascara should be enough for that. I love eyelashes. Like I'm obsessed with eyelashes. I wear them every single day, but I wouldn't want to do it just to be at home. So I would recommend, though, definitely doing at least mascara, because I feel like eyelashes and your eyelashes being defined make your eyes look awake, make them look more open than if you don't wear anything. So,
Okay. And while you're doing that, just to take the question back to Debbie, she said, yes, she does use a mattifying mist. Yeah.
okay. So for you're probably going to have to tackle that from your skincare routine. Probably using some kind of astringent first as your toner, to kind of soak up some of your, oily skin. And then also use, I would say, an oil-free moisturizer before putting on your foundation. So anytime we're trying to tackle oily skin, you're definitely going to want to start with your skincare first. So you're going to use your skin wash. You're going to use a toner for oily skin. So we're talking about probably like some kind of astringent as your toner. And then you're going to want to go with an oil-free moisturizer. So all of those things combined and working together is going to help you control the oil. And then if you still feel like you have an oily skin issue, then you're going to want to use a primer for sure.
Great tips.
Primer. And then, of course, like I was saying before, we're going to definitely use a setting powder. That also, all of those things kind of working together will help you control, excessive oil.
That's something that I need to start incorporating too, because I noticed, especially when I was going in the office all day pre-COVID, I would get like those like
Mm-hmm.
for the day.
Yes, I have that too. I get that all the time. But again, for Zoom, I don't feel like I didn't do necessarily focus on the smile line area. On a regular day, I definitely do, because I crease right here too. So, but what I've started doing, especially since, are you guys hearing me okay? Because from my end, it looks like Kia, you froze a little bit. Let me see.
An ice storm, unfortunately, that's happening here in Huntsville.
Oh,
Hopefully
okay.
it's not taking me out too much.
Okay, so I hear you now, but your picture froze a little bit. It's okay.
Okay.
But are you guys hearing me? Okay. Okay.
Sean said, yes, we hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Debbie said, great advice, Stephanie. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're
Tracy
welcome.
said, yes, we can hear you. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Good. 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 So yeah, like with the creases here, the smile lines, I do focus on that a lot, like on my regular everyday makeup routine when I'm leaving the house, especially now that we wear masks all the time. Like when you put your mask on, obviously you feel like, oh my God, this everything I did here is like gone. Well, it really doesn't have to be. I figured out ways to make it still kind of last a lot longer. And the setting powder that I put under my eyes, I actually put here too, right here.
Oh, okay.
I like really pack it in right there. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like my skin, like this area is like a color, and then I literally feel like it gets dark here. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So that helps brighten and even out this area too, to make it kind of still look the same color all over. Yeah, and it helps to set in the foundation right there, so it doesn't like shift all over the place by putting on our mask, and it doesn't like crease so fast. So yep. So just pack in that setting powder right in there, so the
I'll
mask
definitely do
doesn't mess it
that.
up.
Yeah.
It
We
really
can all
does
use
work.
that tip.
It really works. You know, us that we people that smile a lot, you know, it's like
I
a gift.
know. It is. Oh my God, I'm so happy. We're all so
It's your happy
happy. Why do we
birthday,
have to get
but
the lies? Yeah.
yes, I know exactly.
We're happy and it shows.
Right.
So Keisha has a question. She said, what if you have drier skin? She said, I feel like I use a moisturizer, and if I don't put on makeup immediately, it kind of looks cakey.
So you have dry skin, and you said if you don't put on makeup right away, it looks cakey. So you use moisturizer. Let me see. I'm not sure if I'm really understanding your question 100%. You said it looks cakey when you're putting on your makeup with.
So as soon as she puts the moisturizer, go ahead.
What kind of makeup are you using? Like what formula?
Let's see if she. While Keisha's typing in her response, let's jump back to Tracy. Tracy asks, what's your favorite blush color?
Any soft pink. Any soft pink is my favorite. I don't really have, again, I'm going to say I don't have a brand that I love, like that I'm obsessed with. I just like products. Like I try products, I like products. But a soft pink, neutral pink, like a baby pink, I would say, is my favorite kind of blush to wear, because you can wear it any time of the year, any time of the day, and it looks good on you. It's just so flattering. It looks young, you know, it looks fresh, it looks lively. Yeah.
I love pink. I love pink lipstick, blush, nail color. I mean,
soft pink.
I know Tracy can agree with that too. Yeah. Soft pink. So beautiful.
I do wear other blush colors too. for just different dramatic looks that I want to do, but a soft baby pink is my favorite for blush.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like I feel like that's the main stuff for Zoom looks. Then last but not least, you would pick your lip color. I feel like you got to go with a lip, some kind of lip, you know. Um, even if you're just a gloss person, just something with a little hint of color to it. It just makes you look more put together, a little more awake, a little more vibrant. So
Yes.
I would go with like a soft, for Zoom, I would probably go with like a soft nudie pink or pink nude. So here I have one of the Juvia's Place nudes, and this one is called A Mauve Moment. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this on.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that one.
Thank you. Yeah, so it kind of looks like you can tell like you have a little something on, but it doesn't look too distracting. So, you know, just something kind of soft and like professional looking.
For the question that that Keisha asked earlier about the makeup that she puts on, it looks too, when she puts a moisturizer on, she immediately looks like her makeup
Oh,
looks
yeah.
cakey or dry.
Mm-hmm.
So she said she's using either Fenty or Maybelline products.
Okay, so I know that I don't use Fenty as a foundation. I did try it before, and I felt like now she has more than one foundation formula out now. When I used it, it was only one formula out at the time. So I'm not sure which one you're using, but the one that I used, which was her first formula that came out, was too dry for even my skin. And I don't have dry skin. I have combination, like normal combination skin. So I get, and I lean a little more oily than I do to dry. So, and if it's if it was too dry for me, I can imagine someone with dry skin feeling like it's way too dry for them. So you're going to need to adjust. You're going to need to use a different foundation. Obviously, what you're using is too dry for your skin. So you're probably going to just want to start looking for foundations that are more moisturizing or more dewy finish. I guess that would be a better term. If you have dry skin, you want to look for a foundation that's for a dewy look. And that's not gonna make you look cakey. You can't use matte foundations if you're a dry person, because matte is gonna make you even drier, and that's gonna give you a cakey look. So for me, somebody like me, I would love to be able to use a dewy foundation, but I'm gonna look like a grease pot at the end. Like, by 5 o'clock, I'm gonna look crazy. So but I like the dewy look. I actually like that look, but I feel like, I look a little dewy in a few hours. You know what I mean? Or especially in the summertime, if I use a matte foundation, at around 3, o'clock in the afternoon, I'm starting to come through a little bit anyway, with the natural oils in my skin. So I still would rather like start off with matte products and then allow my skin to kind of get a little more dewy as the day goes on, so that I don't start off looking too greasy, in the end. So I don't know if that helps, with your question, but definitely if you have dry skin, focus on dewy look foundations.
Sounds like Keisha is definitely appreciating that advice. She said in the summer she needs matte. It's kind of weird. She's oily in the summer.
Yeah, most of us are more oily in the summer, you know, because it's just so humid and everything. So for sure. Mm-hmm.
She has a darker lip. Recommendations on that?
You said she has a darker lip?
Yeah, Jay said she has a darker lip and it's hard for her to find a brown nude. Do you have any recommendations on a color or something that she can try?
Okay, got it. Yeah, do you have are you saying that you want like a nude lip that kind of matches your skin like kind of matches your skin color, or you said smoker lips, but I have never smoked. Yeah, I mean, like I have like my lips are kind of dark too, especially like my top lip. You know how you have like the top lip that looks like it's like darker than your bottom lip, you know. But I feel like nudes with a little pink or a little rose tint to it works good for that. Kind of like the color I have on, like it's considered still a nude, but there's a little pink to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that helps with kind of giving us still a nude lip look, but covering a little where our lips are a little uneven in color.
And could she also use a pencil for that too? A lip pencil?
Oh yeah, definitely, yes. A lip pencil works really good. Yep. So yeah, I feel like those are like the key products that we would use for Zoom, guys. Do you guys have any more
Awesome.
questions?
Well, I have a quick scenario for you, Stephanie.
Sure.
So here's an example. Okay, so it's 8:45. We woke up late. The alarm did not go off, and our next meeting is at 8 a.m. What are your like must-haves for a 5-minute quick glam look? Not glam, Zoom ready.
Yeah.
What are the top things that we should be picking?
Foundation,
Okay.
concealer, mascara, gloss, and blush.
Okay. Gloss and blush. Okay.
I feel like those are the main things you got to make sure you got to just throw on real quick. If you don't have any time for anything else, do the foundation, mascara, concealer under the eyes, a little lip gloss, and blush.
Okay.
Lip gloss or lipstick.
Okay. Awesome.
Real quick. Yeah. Because those are the things that are just going to at least seem like you've been up and not just rolled out of the bed.
Well, I think it's pretty clear that we're going to have Stephanie back on. I see people commenting. You want to see some lash looks. If there are any other, tips and things like that you would like us to ask Stephanie to come back on our show to do, please comment in the description box. Leave a comment exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, if you guys want to know, like learn any other looks, definitely put it in the comments. I would be happy to come back and do other looks for you guys. I'll be so excited to do it.
Awesome. Well, Stephanie, you are absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy I was able to see your beautiful face.
Super fun, guys.
So can you tell everybody how they can get in contact with you for special events or consultations and things like that?
Sure. So you guys can definitely follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is poshpassionbeauty_. Or you can also email me at my poshpassionbeauty@gmail.com if you guys want to contact me. And yeah, I can definitely talk to you guys and schedule appointments, consultations, whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, this was super fun. I had a great time doing this, guys. I hope it helped, though, with any of the questions you had about makeup.
feedback off of the tips that you shared today. So we are forever grateful for having you on. And I want to thank you, everyone, for participating and engaging
Thanks, everyone.
with us on Bloom. Yeah, this was amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we'll see you next time. Don't forget to leave comments on the things that you would like to see next when we bring Stephanie back. We'll do some focus sessions or whatever you're looking for. And don't forget, our motto is each one teach one. So if you know anyone that this series and this episode can help, please share it with them. Invite your friends. We're trying to really do really great work here by uplifting women and really sharing positive messages. So again, Stephanie, you are a true gem, and I'm so happy to have you to Bloom with us today. And we will see you all next time.
Thank you guys for having me. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. All right, hun. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.